What's up, guys? I am 5 years sober from drinking and using, and these are the things that I hear the most from other people when I tell them that I'm sober. And the last one is really interesting and tells me a lot about people. And I don't mind answering questions about sobriety, but a majority of the questions come from this lens of like how mystical and unattainable a sober lifestyle is. Because we've been engineered to think that being not sober is normal. So most of the questions that I get are, is it hard? Was it hard? Do you ever wish you could go back? Do you wish you could go back now? Have you ever considered going back and trying it again now that you've got a better head on your shoulders? What do you do when your friends do it? What do you do when you're at a wedding? What do you do when you're at a party? What do you do when you're at a concert? And so on. And before I tell you by far what I hear the most, I do want to tell you the two answers that I always give to those questions if you happen to have those questions. The first is that if someone was deathly allergic to peanuts, you wouldn't ask those questions, right? Is it hard not eating peanuts? Have you ever wanted to eat peanuts? What do you do when your friends eat peanuts? What do you do if there's peanuts at a wedding? Have you ever considered nibbling on a peanut in the future to see if you still have a peanut allergy? No, they just accept the fact that peanuts aren't a part of their life, and it doesn't dictate how they live it. They just accept the fact that peanuts are not a part of the way that they live. And the second is that as big of a part of my life as it used to be, it's just not now, and there's no benefit to me going back. There's so many negatives that come along with those things, but the only quote-unquote positive is that I get to be drunk with people. And that's just not enough of a positive for me, right? There's not enough reason for me to do that. I've been on this side of the fence. I've seen that I can live my life happily and normally and not feel out of place and not feel like I'm lacking something, by not participating in those things with people when they do those things. So I just don't need it. It's just not a needed thing in my life anymore to go back and revisit. What's the point? But the number one thing that I hear from people when I tell people that I'm sober by far is how sober they want to be. Oh, well, I actually don't drink that much either now that I think about it, or I only drink on the weekends, or I don't drink that much. I'm just a social drinker. It's all of these explanations about how little they drink or little they want to drink, which shows me that maybe it's not as abnormal as people think it is, that people have been considering this for quite some time. It's just the lack of presence and awareness to other people that it's a normal thing to do, that it doesn't have to be a last resort, that you can consciously make that decision on purpose. And if that's something that you're considering, it's not abnormal. If you need it or want it, it's available to you. There's tons of resources out there. Shoot us a DM or leave a comment. We'll give you some resources. You can get on WhiteFlag and talk to other people that are in recovery. There's all kinds of options for you. Consider it. Have a great day, guys.